Okay, let's see. Hi, welcome to News at Noon, where I am so alone in the studio today while everyone else is out partying. As they say, the grind don't stop and whatnot, so let's get started. First on the docket today, we have more climate activists throwing more stuff at paintings. Members of an activist group called Last Generation Austria has thrown some black oily substance at Life and Death by artist Gustav Klimt yesterday, whilst one person also glued themselves to the glass protecting the work. The painting itself was not damaged, but I'm sure that the gallery is at least upset about the mess they made on the floors. The group has stated that they did so in protest of the country's oil and gas drilling, bringing in the black oily liquid by hiding it in a hot water bottle under their clothes. Throwing goopy substances at paintings to protest climate issues seems to be the hip, cool trend these days, as this comes after another group threw mashed potatoes at a Monet painting in Germany, a British group throwing tomato soup at a Van Gogh, and a cake being thrown at the Mona Lisa. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has come out, get it, in support of a new bill called the Respect for Marriage Act that would protect same-sex marriages, which is the exact opposite of what they did in 2008 when they moved heaven and earth to pass Proposition 8 in California, which would completely prevent same-sex marriages from even being recognized in the state. The bill itself would federally recognize a marriage licensed regardless of partnership as long as it was valid in the state that it was given. The church has come out to say that the new bill would grant appropriate religious freedom protections while respecting the law and preserving the rights of our LGBTQ brothers and sisters. That's a direct quote, by the way. A stark change of heart coherent with today's climate. Guess long-standing religious institutions can change after all. All we need now is for the other religions to include those new TikTok dances, and we'll probably ascend to world peace. Speaking of TikTok, the FBI's director, Christopher Wray, told lawmakers that he is extremely concerned about how TikTok handles US consumers' data. Whew, good thing we're not on TikTok. Just kidding, follow us there too at News at Noon. Wray says that the Chinese government, who, if you haven't heard, isn't exactly on the best terms with the US government, could use it to control data collection on millions of users, or control the recommendation algorithm, which could be used for influence operations if they so choose. TikTok has been under a microscope for a while now, even being a big— Is my audio even picking up? Yep, okay, great. Even being a big topic back in the Trump administration. The company has always said that they don't store US data in China, so don't worry guys, they can't store it there, they can just access it there. Dodged a bullet. Forbes has also reported that TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, had also planned to monitor the location details of American citizens, while TikTok said that that was never the case, just like how US user data was never stored in China. Oh, a maybe Russian-made missile fell in Poland near the border of Ukraine early Wednesday for them, so Tuesday for us, and killed 2 people in what Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has called a very significant escalation in the war. And while Russia says that it definitely was not them, the Polish government is taking very careful steps to investigate in order to find the exact origin of the weapon. In this real-life game of Among Us, President Biden has already come out to say that it was probably not launched from Russia, but I don't know, seems a little sussy to me. Obviously, this is a very interesting development and what could be a very difficult moment in our world's history, seeing Poland, or the area that is now Poland, was quite significant in all world wars thus far. I think that this level of caution is worthwhile. Now, if this was an intentional attack by Russia, as Russia has been targeting Ukrainian energy infrastructure and the whole country is basically in a massive blackout, Russia would be looking at incurring the wrath of NATO, which is probably not a very big brain strategy. And if that does happen, as some random Reddit user says, Russia is about to learn why Americans don't have free healthcare. A funny rip on the US, haha, sure, but also a very scary statement for draft age boys. And the world population has finally surpassed 8 billion. Wow! That means if just 1% of you liked, commented, and subscribed to this channel, we'd be able to eat more than just ramen noodles for our meals. That seems like a joke, but that is actually not a joke. I just had ramen for dinner. The United Nations projection shows us crossing over the big 8B on Tuesday, which has more than tripled since 1950. Apparently a very important year, since all the numbers you'll see in this article are based off 1950. Even though we're hitting higher numbers of people, the population is now growing at a much slower rate, or the derivative of growth for all you math nerds. The UN projects that we will peak 10.4 billion around the 2080s, which means that I will have a higher chance of finding a girlfriend by then. Wait, who wrote this script? Oh, right. Me. It's okay. She's probably not gonna watch until this part anyways. Hey! And Donald Trump has formally announced, finally, that he will be running for president in this upcoming election. I mean, we all knew it was happening, but I guess now it's official. Trump made the announcement at his Mar-a-Lago estate, which is Spanish for Seat at the Lake, little Spanish lesson for you there, stating, "In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States, and that I am running because I believe the world has not yet seen the true glory of what this nation can be." Yeesh, some interesting undertones there. It is not clear whether or not he will once again be the Republican Party's darling, as he once was, but I guess we'll see very soon. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that we can see you very soon. Tomorrow, in fact, for the next episode of News at Noon, where hopefully we'll have more people here and I'm not sitting here alone.